Hi everyone, and welcome to the MERAXES variant from Big Al. So you're probably wondering, come on Becca, why am I making an entire video over a tech variant? Well, Al's got into a lot of trouble for this guy. I think as far as tech variants go in this game, Al's put in a significant amount of effort into this one, a couple of new features and such, and I thought it'd be worthy of a little video on its own. So, first things first, we have all three MERAXES variants here. For those who don't remember, MERAXES is a large carnivore, big old meat eater combat tame, which requires feeding babies to tame, which thankfully in ASA there's wild babies everywhere. Or you can use your own. So yeah, you just feed it like a whole bunch of sacrificial babies, and that's how you get yourself your very own MERAXES. These are very aggressive, they have an Enrage mechanic, which is quite a signature of a Carcharodontosaurus, and they're fantastic, they're really fun, one of my favourite done mods. So I kind of accidentally spawned them all in as the same colours. That wasn't an accident, but we can see at least how their colours vary. This one here, or the regions vary. This one is the default, like the base game MERAXES. This one is the Scorched MERAXES, and this one is our brand new Tech MERAXES, which funnily enough is lacking on the colour regions, but otherwise for the most part it's pretty much the same. The MERAXES is of course spawning in Extinction normally. The default one spawns in the snow biome, and the Scorched one spawns in the desert biome, which, makes sense. And then the Tech one has a 25% chance to spawn along the normal and Scorched versions in Extinction. There's also been a couple of subtle changes with this whole Tech MERAXES update before we get into the actual Tech MERAXES itself, and that is that their sprint animations have also been changed. So now they're about the same speed as a small carcha from Big Al's collection, but otherwise, yeah, just a bit of an update to make it look a little bit better. But otherwise, so you see, if you listen right now, MERAXES, it's typical MERAXES. Got like all the nice organic sounds, it's absolutely gorgeous creature. Now, if we were to get on to our tech one, this is one of the things I really like about Big Al's Tech MERAXES, it sounds really mechanical. Doesn't that just sound so nice? I love it sounds, I don't really know how to describe it, but it sounds like that you can really feel or hear like all the interlocking pieces kind of shake and like I can't reverberate, I guess. I can't think of the right word, but it feels like this creature really is made of like multiple parts, multiple segments. Also, the sounds have this really cool filter. I'm not sure how he did this filter because I'm just not very good when it comes to sounds in general. I know nothing about it, but I will say that it is just absolutely awesome. Oh god, it's really badass. Now the abilities on this guy are pretty much the same as any other regular MERAXES, but again, it's all the little subtle changes and tweaks for the whole tech variant that makes me feel like that this is probably one of the best tech variants in the game. Now first of all, let us have a good old look at the model itself. So, coming from an artist, of course a lot of the ARK mods are all of creatures, aren't they? And therefore most ARK modders are more familiar with organic modelling. By that I mean like organic creatures. So we're all used to making, animals, right? So big, very soft shapes, scales perhaps, or steedoms, or otherwise, fur, skin, pelt, chitin, etc. But for a lot of modders, a lot of artists, hard surface is the really tricky thing. That's why only recently we've started seeing more fantastic saddles, because again, hard surface is a very different discipline. Thus, Big Al making this entire robotic creature is wild. I do think this is partially kit-bashed from the new Tek-Rex. Oh, that's a cool animation. I do think this is partially kit-bashed from the new Tek-Rex model, which got released as of Extinction. But even then, even if it is a kit-bash, you still had to go ahead and, kind of morph it all to fit MERAXES silhouettes. If we were to quickly go and summon in a Tek-Rex, yeah, if we were to compare the Rex and the MERAXES here, you can see that certain parts like the face are completely different. So even if it is a kit bash, he still put in significant changes, again, to make it fit MERAXES. I'm fairly certain he's also done a couple of parts like custom and bespoke himself. I remember watching him play around with the underlying, the kind of like hexagonal pattern under the creature. Yeah, so like I said, the whole thing about tech creatures from a modelling point of view is fascinating because it's such a different discipline, it's such a different style. That's why at Paleo-Ark we're taking our time with our tech ones, the tech dinosaurs and the tech saddles, because it's an entirely new and unfamiliar thing. This is absolutely gorgeous, and I think this really fits, you know, ASA and fits the new art style fantastically. It's really, really nice. But yes, so you know how the vanilla tech creatures, I'm pretty sure they have like regular vanilla sounds. Hold on. Yeah, so they are purely just a visual difference. They got like the tech, you know, the tech model, and otherwise, I think they got like the tech eggs and the resources. That's it. Otherwise, they're totally organic creatures. Whereas MERAXES, like we've already seen, has the new sounds and effects. Oh my god, that is so cool. Now, just like the vanilla tech dinos, Tech MERAXES does indeed spawn up to an extra 20% level higher than all other creatures. So if you're at 150 maximum tames, then this can spawn, I think it's like 190, whatever 20% extra is. Same as the other tech dinos. But there is also something really funny about this with Tech MERAXES. If you poop, as you can see, my MERAXES is currently ready to poop. If I go ahead and poop, my Tech MERAXES is defecated, and I'm pointing this out for a reason, because it does not poop, it poops fertilizer. Which is so random and so nice. I don't think that's game breaking by the slightest. I think by the time you get yourself a MERAXES, you probably have compost bins or a dung beetle. And it kind of makes sense in a way, because two things. First of all, it reminds me of Horizon Zero Dawn, where, you know, the big mechanical creatures are meant to kind of process organic matter into otherwise, and that just kind of feels like a good bit of flavour. But also, if I go ahead and just quickly, there you go, do that, and we'll do ourselves a raw, like that. Hold on a second. But look carefully, he does actually have like these rotary blades inside its mouth, which if I remember correctly, I think, no, so I remember at one point Al was on about how like maybe there'd be like an exhaust or an exit at the back, so you can see MERAXES like kind of devour things from these rotary blades and just see it from behind. Perhaps not a thing in the end then. But can I just mention, can I just draw a certain connection here? Considering that it's got this, you know, rather gory concept, remember, you tame this guy with baby dinos. And that is all I'm gonna say on that matter. Hold on, does it animate? Probably not, I'm just curious. No, but... oh, there it is! No, it's still there, so you can actually see. Yeah, how awful is that? So you actually can see the blades like across the entire mouth and through the back. Isn't that just really gory? But a really cool detail. I think that's fantastic. And thus, there you go. It processes organic matter that it eats and harvests out in the wild and craps it out into fertilizer. What a nice random utility. I really love that. There's also another cool benefit to this. If I was to go ahead and try to get myself an egg with 0 mutations, he's also made this really amazing custom egg mesh. So if we were to do the same thing to you, so that's what the regular tech egg looks like. And he did consider that, but he also wanted to try and make his own thing. And fun fact, I did try and experiment with the style. It turns out these hexagons are really hard to do. But this is what Al has come up with in the end. It kind of reminds me a lot of the wyvern eggs, how it has that kind of encroaching vibe, but so much cooler, so much more interesting. Oh, I see. Right, yeah, so he's got the same hexagonal pattern from the vanilla eggs, so probably the same mesh, but with this amazing, pulsating, glowing elemental mass. It's just really cool. It's the little details like this that you wouldn't necessarily consider. But again, this is why I'm making a video for Big Al. Ooh, fertilizer. This is why I'm making a video for the Tech MERAXES, because he really did go quite extra on this. Oh yeah, and in case you're wondering, the MERAXES eggs are still the cyan tier, so extraordinary tier kibble. Now, there definitely are some combat-related things as well that I do want to check out, but before I do that, I just want to go ahead and just see the taxidermy, because he has also added some taxidermy poses for all of these. So I assume they're the same between all. So I've got some new tech one, and I just want to check this out, because I really don't look at this enough, to be honest. Next pose. Looking cool. That kind of looks like the cut animation, I think. Oh, no. Oh, that's a nice big epic roar. Again, it really shows that. Oh, the throat is glow. Oh, hold on. I didn't see that because I was in photo mode and it'll slow down. It actually proper glows. That's amazing. Again, all the subtle little details. Another fun one. Looks like it's mid-walk, maybe even yeah, definitely mid-walk. Oh, it's Sleepy Boy. That one's absolutely precious. So that'd be good to have one of the organic ones, or even a tech one. Make it look like you have dinos sleeping in your base. That's really nice, actually. This one, oh, it's kind of crouched down, actually. That's an interesting one. There's so many options. Another really cool battle stance one. Oh, and the same thing inverted. So that is a really nice touch. I hate it when you can't invert the taxidermy poses, so thank you, Al. Oh god, there's so many really cool ones. I love all these different options. And, oh yeah, there we go. And I think that's all of them. Damn, that's a really nice collection. Otherwise, I think the only other bits of trivia before we look into the combats is that these guys, their saddles are now obtainable in red cave drops and red and purple OSDs on Extinction. So you can get MERAXES saddles in Extinction. Okay, so let's focus a little more then on the attacks for MERAXES. So I am using a bog standard 150, just a typical summon, no levels or anything special. And I do believe that this guy's supposed to have some subtle screen shaking during its abilities. Let's go ahead and check then. Oh yeah, like it's really subtle, which I'm a big fan of. I do not like when, you know, any mechanic has got really massive screen shake. It can be disorientating, but this is just a nice, small, but effective, more immersive amount. I think the raw, hold on. Not quite the raw. Oh, actually, it's on the rage raw. Okay, I see. Right, let's try and get our guy to enrage. I did see a Dreadnoughtus. Do I want to use a Dreadnoughtus to enrage me? I suppose maybe I've got enough health. Okay, let's find out then. Let's go ahead, piss off this guy, try and trigger an enrage. Come on, come on. Do something. Oh my god, I hate these things so much. Why? What are you doing? You're just like repeatedly crouching. I'm literally right on you. Please. Okay, I guess we're not using Dreadnoughtus then to trigger the enrage. That is just reminding me of how much I hate those things. Actually, to be honest, I think I can just cheat it. Hold on, let's go ahead and K-cam out. And let's just do a little cheeky hurt me for, I don't know, 3,000. Oh, bloody hell, that was awesome. That was so, like, quick. And you saw the screen shake then, but also, look at this. Oh, that amazing pulsating effect. So, again, another benefit to the Tek MERAXES, that little bit of extra detail that Big Al has put into this. It's this really cool pulsating effect. It really makes it feel like this mechanical creature, even though it's, you know, not like a feeling thing. It just feels more aggressive. It feels powered up. I love that. And again, it's subtle. It's not too, you know, strong, not too flashy like a strobe light. Again, not really a fan of those things either. I think it's really struck just the right amount of balance to make like a nice to make a nice visual effect without overdoing it. Oh, that roar is so nice. Oh, I love how just effective it feels. Now, also, I do believe that some of the attacks should also be empowered while like this, like visually. Or maybe just again, like more camera shakes. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, so that also does a camera shake while in rage. That's so cool. Now, you may have also noticed that during all of this, I keep on getting a buff. I have the buff Corruption Hunter, and it just disappeared. 1 second. Here we go, getting close to another corrupted creature. So now I've got Corruption Hunter. If we go ahead and check that out then, 15% damage and 15% resistance near corrupted creatures, and that is just in proximity. So this doesn't mean that my Tek MERAXES is, you know, only doing extra damage to only corrupteds. It is just buffing it outright. And this, I feel, is very thematic for Extinction, considering I believe you can only find these guys in Extinction. That makes sense, giving it just a small but nice little benefit. Feels thematic, feels very fitting. It also makes this guy just a bit more viable as well. I think it's very easy to just take Giga and Carcha for granted when it comes to OSDs. It's nice to think that MERAXES, even though it's not quite Giga tier, could actually be viable as well during an OSD event. So there is one more thing left I'd like to show off, and that involves just a little extra something for when you're trying to tame yourself at Tek MERAXES. So like I said, taming these guys is the exact same as taming any other MERAXES, And when I say babies to tame it with, you just need anything that's not fully matured. I have tested it in the past. You can tame MERAXES with adolescent creatures up to 99% maturation. But if you give MERAXES a creature that is beneath 10% maturation, an actual baby or a juvenile, and specifically something that can be carried as well, let's go ahead then, and I'm not actually sure what this is going to look like, so I'm going to go ahead and quickly pause slow-mo, and I want to just see for sure what happens here. Hold on. Perhaps like nice and slowed down. Right, so this is a high-level baby Rex. Hopefully it's not fully healed, otherwise it might actually take a while. I didn't think about that. But yeah, we want the MERAXES to eat the baby, because again, that is part of his taming method. Oh, there you go! Again, very slowed down. Oh my god, he did it! No, he actually made it a thing! That drilling sound! No way! Okay, hold on, let's try that again without slowing time. Okay, let's just do that again then, this time doing it during the day so we can see everything clearer. Pause time, I'm gonna go ahead and just get our camera in position. Hold on. So that I can then play this at real time so that way the sounds aren't delayed. There we go. Waiting for it to pick up the baby. Hold on. Oh, that baby just had to like run away like that, didn't it? Come on, pick it up. Oh, you said, oh, hold on. That is absolutely vile. Sorry, I couldn't quite capture it very well there because my camera was too far away, so I'm kind of getting like locked to a certain distance. But you get the overall gist, and when it's not slowed down and the sounds are playing properly, that is fantastic. That's awful. But now you can see why I pointed out the entire deal with the that, you know, that throat thing. That is awful. Okay, and hey, for the record, that was two 150 baby Rexes, already at 62% taming effectiveness or affinity on this level 150 MERAXES, so you don't really require much to tame these guys with. I'm on single player today, so whatever the default single player stats are. Otherwise, I think that is everything. Yeah, I hope you can see why I decided to give this its own unique video, because that's just so much cool little goodies. Al really put in so much work for this. And yeah, no, I think it's fantastic. I think it's absolutely wonderful. You can tell it's a very personal creature. It's really putting a lot of love and care into. And it just sounds so cool. Like running around earlier, killing the corrupted, the stomping sounds weren't grating. I think he hit just the right volume and the right vibe. Again, that clanking, the rickety sound, I think is such a good balance. He's done a really, really good job with all of this. All right then. That's me done for now. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed it. And as always, oh, and congratulations to Big Al for 1 million downloads on MERAXES. With updates like this, it's not a surprise as to why it's got so many downloads. Very well deserved. And for those who, you know, aren't sure, it's free, by the way. This is a free mod. Okay. Thank you so much. Take care, and I'll see you guys all again next time. Cheers.